evening. My name is Christian Castaneda, and tonight I'm here to present you the hard work and perseverance does pay off. Never quit. Times are changing fast, and these changes are affecting the way people think. Some of them for good, and others not so much. I have recently noticed how new generations believe they're entitled to benefits I have to earn before, which there's nothing wrong with that. This is just a new generation. And you ask me, how did I earn that? Well, I earned that by working hard and committing myself to reach my professional and educational goals, but I was with my own resources and never expecting my friends or family to help me move up to the next position in my career, or having somebody else pay for my education, because that rough road taught me lessons and helped me value more where I am right now. And how can something feels better than just receiving something, which is not the same? We can learn something from Dr. Seuss' quote: unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is gonna get better. It's not. Well, what does that mean? It means that you're responsible for yourself. You see a paper in the street, don't expect somebody to pick it up, just pick it up. You do it yourself. Same thing with your goals. If you have your own goals, then you have to go and get it. You have to go after them. Don't expect your parents, your kids, your wife, your husband to go and do it. You do it yourself. But like everything else, I didn't get where I am alone. I use real life heroes to motivate me. People who believe in themselves when nobody else did, and started from the bottom with nothing, to later become billionaires, millionaires, or inspirational individuals such as Dr. Seuss, Michael Jordan, Mr. Thomas Edison, and others that show me the hard work and persistency will always overcome everything. Well, hard work and determination overcomes hardship. Mr. Edison's life is a clear example that no matter how hard your goal seems to be, there's always a choice an individual can do to change the odds. But it all depends on them. His story supports the theory of self-determination, which is the one that says that no matter what the impediment is, as long as you're determined to do something, you will be successful. Not because of a reward of any type, but self-satisfaction and self-drive. Now, coming back to Mr. Edison, he had a serious problem at school. His teachers used to tell him how stupid he was, how he was never going to be able to learn anything. But still, after all of that, he became a very successful inventor, changing the world with his work. Work that we use every day and we take for granted. Work like the light bulb, the phonograph, and many other inventions he was able to accomplish. Here's another quote from this great inventor: I haven't failed. I just found 10,000 ways that won't work. And you ask me what he referred by that. When they asked him about the light bulb, it took him so many times to be successful at inventing the light bulb. Then when they asked him how come he failed so much, he said, I never failed. I just found 10,000 ways not to create a light bulb. Now, that's a great way to see it. Well, we shouldn't solely depend or expect to succeed simply because we're working hard on our goals. Don't get me wrong. There are athletes and professionals that were devastated mentally because they were told as kids that hard work will get them where they wanted to be. And if they work harder than the next person, they will be better than them. But I'm here to tell you that is not true. Not necessarily true. There's proof that this doesn't always work. All of us at some point in our lives had failed at something, even though we wanted it really bad, and probably even worked really hard to attain that something. Life is not always about winning, but learning from our mistakes. Because people who gets up the fastest are the ones that know the true meaning of stuff happens. Not that you want to use it as an excuse, don't get me wrong, but if you truly did your best, then learn from it so it doesn't happen again. Because yes, stuff does happen, but do everything in your power to not let it happen or that it becomes an everyday thing. Mr. Winston Churchill has a very nice quote: successful is not final. Failure is not fatal. I'm sorry. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So even though you go down, have the courage to get up and keep going. We're finally moving to one of my favorite subjects. Determination and sacrifice will provide with better opportunities for your goals. Has anyone ever heard of Chris Garner? Or better yet, has anyone seen the movie The Pursuit of Happyness? Remember, Happyness with the Y, starring Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith. What a great movie. This is a story of Chris Garner, a salesman that wanted to be in the medical business but didn't make it. He fell in his own business, and when he was at his lowest level, his wife left him and their son. He had no job, barely any money, and finally received a job offer that he was waiting to get for a long time at a stockbroker company, where he had to earn his position by becoming the best broker for 6 months with no pay whatsoever. And you ask how he did it? Well, with determination, with courage, and believing on himself. He spent nights sleeping at a train station bathroom with his son because he wasn't able to afford housing. On his lucky days, he was able to accommodate and get a space at a shelter for homeless people. But every single sacrifice was worth it, because against all odds, against everything, he was hired at the company, and later he found his own company and became a millionaire after selling it. Now he's a senior advisor at Wisdom Tree, the 7th largest ETF provider in the US. And like his, there's others with similar lives, like Mark Cuban, who started selling garbage bags door to door, knocking door to door, selling garbage bags. And how he owns so many companies, and now he's a millionaire. Another example is the author of Harry Potter, J.C. Rowling, which her husband left her again, and she was literally homeless years ago, to now be a millionaire for her successful novel Harry Potter. And it wasn't easy. Just like Dr. Seuss and Mr. Edison, her book was rejected several times. She spent months looking for somebody who could publish her book. And you know what? After working so hard, she got it. Will Smith quoted something very, very good. If you want something, go get it. Period. Just like Nike. Just do it. Just do it, because there's nothing worse than not trying and accept failure without even trying. But the idea is that there's opportunities out there for everyone. Please do not waste any more time and drive yourself out of the crowd. Work on your goals, no matter what people say or how hard or impossible they seem. Follow your dreams and work for it, that you will achieve them. Thank you for the time, and please let me know if there's any questions. Okay, question number 1. What do you do when you lose hope? Well, think of those who are counting on you to succeed. And when you think there's no one out there to fight for, remember that the number one person is always there. It's you. Do it for you, because no matter what, will always be there. You'll always be there. You can't get rid of yourself. Then do it for you. Okay, question number 2. There's a few people that have the majority of the money in the world. How can I compete with that? My chances are very small. Well, if you want to think small, then yes, your chances are very small. You create your own chances or opportunities. Remember that Chris Garner had 0 chances of success, and he still did it. He had no money, little education, no home, and a son to look out for, and he still did it. Think of the creator of Amazon. He started selling stuff in his garage to not become the richest person in the world. Only people that will set the rules and limits for you is yourself. Let's move over to the last question. I had tried several ways to succeed and have money, but I always fail. What do? Well, do it like Mr. Edison quoted when he finally invented the light bulb. I didn't fail. I just found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb. The same as you. It's not you that have failed. It's simply that you found different ways not to be successful, not to earn money. Just keep trying and you will find your way. And please, remember that success is not necessarily tied to be a millionaire to earn money. It's simply that you're happy with your achievements. I'm not a millionaire, but I'm happy with my life and my personal success. Thank you very much for everything, and have a good night.